Okay, so hopefully you worked through your polynomials practice test yesterday. Today I'm going to walk you through the answers and we'll just kind of talk about it, and then if you still have questions or there's other things you need to know, I'll have a Zoom call for you guys this afternoon. So on number 1, when we simplify 8x squared minus 3x squared, that's 5x squared. Okay, then I can combine just the plain x's, right? Is there anything to put with that minus 2x? Nope, that's the only one. So minus 2x. And then I have 5 plus 10 is 15. So my final answer should be 5x squared minus 2x plus 15. Let's look at number 2. Oh, and if you have it in a different order, okay, which is fine. I'm not really going to push the whole descending order thing, but your sign has to be the same. So this would have to be negative 2x plus 5x squared. So whatever symbol comes in front of it, that has to stay. Okay, let's look at number 2. I have negative 4c squared minus 2. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6c squared. Then I have 3c plus another c is plus 4c. And then I have negative 1 plus 7 is plus 6. So negative 6c squared plus 4c plus 6. And then I have 5b cubed. Are there any other b cubes in this polynomial? Nope. So 5b to the third. Then I have 2b squared plus another b squared. So that's plus 3b squared. Then I have negative 3b or minus 3b plus 3b. So if I take away 3 bananas and give you 3 bananas, right, what happens? It cancels out, right? So that's completely gone. So my final answer is just 5b cubed plus 3b squared. So let's look at the next section. Okay, for addition, it's pretty much the exact same thing as what we just did. We're just combining our like terms. 5x squared plus 2x squared is 7x squared. 2x minus 4x is negative 2x. And then negative 7 plus 3 is negative or minus 4. Okay, I'm going to skip down and do number 6 because it's an addition. 12x squared plus 8x squared is 20x squared. 4x minus 7x is minus 3x. And then negative 3 minus 4 is minus 7. And number 8, negative 12x squared minus 3x squared would be negative 15x squared. And then negative 10x plus 4x would be negative 6x. And then 4 minus 12 would be minus 8. Right? They're different signs, subtract. So 12 minus 4 is 8, and the bigger absolute value was the negative. So let's talk about subtraction. There's one additional step with subtraction, and that's where you keep, change, but then you have to change the signs of everything in here. So I'm going to add a negative, and then I'm changing this, right, negative or adding a negative to adding a positive. So now when I combine my like terms, 17c squared minus 8c squared is 9c squared. And then negative 3c plus 2c is just minus 1c. And if you want to put a 1, that's totally fine. Okay, and then number 7, I'm going to change this to addition, and then I'm going to change that to negative, negative, negative. So 40c cubed plus negative 10c cubed would be 30c cubed. And then, oh, I messed up. Let's see. Then here I have minus a c squared. Are there any other c squareds? Nope, just subtracting that 1. But then I have 2c minus 4c. So 2c plus negative 4 would be minus 2c, and then subtracting 8. There was nothing else to combine that with, so just minus 8. And let's look at the next page. Okay, for multiplication, we're going to multiply the whole numbers, excuse me, and then add the exponents. on the variables. So 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. 3 plus 2 is x to the 5th. Negative 4 times negative 3 is 12. 2 plus 6 is x to the 8th. Negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. C to the 4th times c to the 1st is c to the 5th. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. B times b is b squared. And then we're essentially doing the same thing down here, but we're going to use the distributive property. So negative 2 times 4, negative 2y to the 3rd times 4y squared would be negative 8y to the 5th. And then negative 2y to the 3rd times negative 8y would be positive 16y to the 4th. And then negative 2y to the 3rd times 2 is negative 4y to the 3rd. And then on this last one, 5 times 3 is 15. A squared times a is a to the 3rd. 5a squared times negative 2 would be negative 10a squared. And then the very last section is going to be division. So we're going to simplify and then cancel out our variables. So on number 15, I have 15 divided by negative 3 is negative 5 over 1. Then there's 2 more a's in the denominator. And then the b's, there's more in the numerator. So negative 5b over a squared. Number 16, when I simplify these, I'm going to divide them by 2. So 14 and 20 are both divisible by 2. That gives me 7 and 10. X to the 5th over x to the 7th. There's 2 more x's in the denominator. And then y squared over y. There will be more y's in the numerator. So 7y over 10x squared. For 17, when I simplify the 4 and the 2, they just become 2 over 1, so I don't even need to put the 1. Then are there more x's in the numerator or the denominator? 3 minus 1 would be 2. And then are there more y's in the numerator or the denominator? There would be 3 more in the denominator. And then on number 18, I have negative 12 and negative 4. That simplifies down to just 3 over 1. And then a to the 4th over a is a to the 3rd. B squared over b is just b. And number 19, you should have divided those two both by 5 to get negative 2 over 1. And then c to the 4th over c, there's 3 more c's on the top. And then d to the 5th over d to the 5th, that just cancels. And then this last one, 64 and 16, those are actually both divisible by 16. 16 goes into 64 4 times. And then there are 2 more x's in the denominator, and there's 1 more y in the numerator. So that's my final answer.